Hey guys, what is up? It is Dalton here, and welcome to Video Game Finds number 88. Now this time, we got a pretty good amount of stuff from the guy that I know. He's a pretty good friend of mine, and Tyler, and his name is Jordan. And we have done stuff for him, you know, a few times, which is really cool. And I don't know if you guys remember, a few videos back we told you that we had a bunch of PS2s and stuff that we were testing and cleaning for him. Well, the weekend after that, we also got a bunch of GameCubes and N64s and stuff that he wanted us to test and clean for him, which we did, which is really, really cool. Anyways, what I'm going along with is a lot of this stuff is from him that I'm going to show, and how we got this was basically for, you know, work instead of just extremely going out and paying for it. But he pays Tyler and I $5 a console for, you know, testing it and cleaning it and, you know, wrapping it up nice with the cords and everything. And so that's what we did. And so anyways, all this stuff that I'm going to show you from him added up to what he would sell it to me as at his prices, and it was $125, which is not terrible at all. Especially since it was just for, you know, work instead of just getting, you know, paid money. I think getting paid these things, and well, we also got some cash in it too, so don't get me wrong there, but being able to get this stuff instead of actually paying for it, I think was a good idea too, just because, you know, I worked for it instead of, you know, paying for it. So I paid for it with labor, let's put it that way. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. There's a lot of his stuff, and then there's a couple of eBay things, and then there's a couple of local thrift store and pawn shop finds. So we'll get into them. So anyways, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into Jordan stuff. So the first thing here, this is really cool. I have a disc and case only of this, and I got this way back in May when we went to VidCon, and VinCon, excuse me. VidCon's the one in California. That's the YouTube video thing. VinCon is, you know, they're similar names. VinCon's our local Games Ahoy's vintage video game convention that they hold once a year. And anyways, I was, you know, trading stuff there, and this one kid traded me this game, but it didn't have a manual. But now I finally have that manual, and that is for Star Fox Adventures on GameCube, which is very, very cool. Very nice manual. Jordan had held off on this for me for, I think, like a month and a half at least. And I finally, you know, got it in a trade instead. So, a trade for labor, basically. So, very cool. Alright, next set of stuff here. I love getting these, and you can see them already, but there's two NES consoles here. Very, very nice. One of them needs a really, you know, it's in dire need of a new pin connector because it's just dead. But the other one works great. But I like getting those from him because he tends to not like working with those because he sells a lot of his stuff on Amazon, and with Amazon you gotta be, like, you know, precise with a lot of your stuff. So NESs are his, you know, worst nightmare for most cases on the internet for Amazon and stuff because you know, people like 100%, you know, functionality and stuff. With me, I can, you know, kind of take more time and just spend my work on cleaning an NES or, you know, putting a new pin connector in it. See, Jordan just doesn't have enough time to do all that, so he usually just holds off all the NESs and then sells them to me. So, but very cool. I love NESs and stuff, so they're not a big deal to me. So, but then we've got there's no cords or anything with these, but it did come with 3 controllers. One of them is kind of funny. It's missing the entire sticker overlay. I'm gonna keep it just because it has character. I don't know. It looks pretty unique. And then the other 2 here, there's one that looks brand new, which is this one, and this one doesn't work, which also looks brand new. I don't know what happened to it, but it does not function. So I told him about that, and he just let me have it. So because I don't typically want to pay for broken controllers, but you know, if I can use them for parts, I'll do that. So, but not a big deal. So there's 2 NESs and 3 controllers. Not bad. So those added up to $60, which I'm capable of doing because I can, around Christmas especially, I can sell NESs pretty well. They go pretty high. People love bidding on them and stuff. So that's why I like getting NESs, because, you know, they're just such a sellable console and they're really fun to play on and everything. So it's, you know, one of those starter consoles that a lot of people like to go back to or, you know, get their kids started on stuff. So that's why I like getting NESs. They're really cool. But next console here, I saw this in his basement when I was there picking up some stuff, and he's like, "Hey, do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, depends on the price." And he's like, "How about $10?" Or I offered him the price. I was like, "How about $10?" And he's like, "Sure." And I said, "Is there any controllers or anything?" He's like, "Oh, I got a controller here. I'll show you in a minute." But anyways, here's the original Xbox. Very, very clean. The reason I picked these up is I have a guy that I know that buys these and mods them. And so it's a quick turnaround for me. I don't have to list them or do anything with them. Plus, this would be a pain in the butt to ship. So that's why I'm glad I met the contact locally. I can just sell each Xbox I find for a good profit, and you know, he can turn them into a really good masterpiece, and he's fine with it, and he has fun with it, so it's a very cool turnaround for both of us, so that's cool. But there's the original Xbox there, very clean. It's never been opened up, which is nice, so it tells me it's not, you know, been tampered with or anything before. I mean, although, unless you want to take the risk and see if it's been modded before, but, you know, I don't know. But it did come with one controller, there it is, and it has a breakaway, and he was telling me about that. That's why it was actually $15 for the Xbox with controller, which is not bad at all, especially since controllers are hard to find with the breakaway. So it was like 15 bucks. That's a pretty good deal, so that's not bad. But there was one game inside the console there, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and switch it over to that clip so you guys can see what was inside, so you guys can see the game. So here we go. Alright guys, so here is the Xbox console that we got from Jordan. So again, it did not get or come with any cords or control. It did come with a controller, but no cords. But again, this is not cleaned or tested or anything yet, so we are not sure what's inside or if there is anything inside. So let's go ahead and power it up and see what we've got. Okay, so it powers on. That's a good start. So that's really good. All right, and let's see if there's anything in it. And there is, which is pretty cool. That's awesome. It's a pretty common title, but it's the Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future double disc, so that's pretty cool. The disc is a little bit fingerprinty, but not bad. That'll just wipe right off, so that's pretty cool. Usually don't get Xboxes that have games in them all the time, so that's really cool. I've got like 4 of these already, so that's not really a spectacular find, but I mean, at least it was something in there, so that's very, very cool. That's awesome to see in there, at least. So that's cool. So that adds to the bonus of it, so that's awesome. Alright guys, so since you guys got to see that, like I said, there was a bunch of fingerprints all over the disc and stuff, but I got most of them off, but they're still kind of there, but there it is. It's the Sega GT 2002 and Jet Set Radio Future disc only, of course, because it was in the console, but I just put it in a Blockbuster case just because that's, all I have left. I don't have any like CD cases or anything left, but very cool. I already have like 4 of them, but it's not a big deal. But, it's a game inside. That was a pretty cool bonus, so that's not a big deal at all. That's very cool. So there's that. Very cool. Alright, and then from his PS2s, I don't know if you guys saw in the pictures from that video, because I took pictures of all the PS2s, there was a actual boxed console in there that he was, having us test and clean and everything. But he offered, do you want the box? And I said, probably. So I did, and he threw this in with it, and with the, the deal. And it's a little warped on the bottom, but that's not a big deal. The reason I wanted this is because mine is completely water damaged and warped, and it's just really ugly looking. And this one's going to be a complete upgrade for that. And this actually has all the styrofoam blocks and the manuals and everything inside, which is really cool. So it's a definite upgrade of a box for sure. And I'll probably just sell mine off with a PS2 locally somewhere. And hopefully I can, just, swap it out completely. So that'll be very cool. But yeah, he kept the PS2 and stuff because I didn't need the PS2. I've got plenty of PS2s. But for the box, I thought that was awesome because he can't. It's harder for him to ship stuff that's boxed and everything. So that's why he, asked if I wanted it. So I was really happy that he offered that. That was really cool. All right. So then after that came a week later. These two came, and this was traded in with me. Price, as terms of instead of cash, he gave me these two when we did the GameCubes and the N64s. So this was a week later, but within the same time frame, so I'll show these here as well. So we've got 2 more NES consoles here, which is very nice. One of them's a little chipped in the top corner there, but it's not a big deal. And the other one had masking tape all around it, and it was aged masking tape, which I don't know if you guys know, but after a while, if it adheres to something and stays there, it leaves its residue really badly. So that took me a while to clean up, but it looks very nice now, so I'm very happy with that. Both play very nicely. They have pretty good pin connectors in them, so that's not a problem there. But yeah, it was a big bummer because that took a long time to clean that masking tape off. It was terrible. And there was really no reason for the masking tape to be on there either. All the screws are there and everything, so I had no idea why they had wanted to do that, whoever did that. But it's no big deal. I cleaned it up, so that's good. Alright, so there's one full set of cords here. We got the actual power brick and the RF switch with the consoles. So there's at least one full set there, which is cool. And then we've got 2 controllers. Again, one completely good working one, and then the other one here does not work. This one's pretty rough. It's scraped up and scuffed on the back big time. So that's probably one of the reasons. It was probably banged around a lot and stuff, but no big deal. I mean, again, I'll have to, figure out something for it. I don't know. I'll just use it for parts, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, not a big deal. But anyways, there's all of Jordan's stuff. $125 worth of stuff, so that's very cool. I thought that was an awesome deal. It's not a big deal to me to get all that stuff, at that price. I thought that was really nice. So, very cool. Alright, so there's that stuff. Then we've got a couple of eBay items here. This is very cool. This one here I've been looking for because I got one at Goodwill, and I wanted to sell it because it was, not in the great shape, and I just didn't want to keep it. But this is for the original Xbox. I got hooked on it when I started playing, and I just wanted to get it back in, so I went out and bought it off eBay, and I'm glad I got it again because it's really fun to play. I've actually beaten a lot of the missions on it, on one of them anyway. It's a double pack here, but that is the Grand Theft Auto 3 Vice City double pack for the original Xbox here, which is very, very cool, guys. This is in very crispy shape as well, which is very cool. We also have a double-sided poster here for Vice City and GTA 3. It's very cool. It's a bonus thrown in with it, which is very nice. But both games are very, very crispy. I mean, like, brand new. But there's Vice City, if you can see how glossy that is, which is very, very nice. The only thing is the case is a little cracked, but other than that, it's okay. But that one's 100% complete. This is the one I was playing, and I absolutely love the graphic enhancement that they did with this version of the game. I just thought it was really cool. I was just really happy to have seen how good they did with it. So that's why I wanted to play it again. And I've been playing pretty significantly on the missions and everything with it. And I thought that was just awesome. But GTA 3 here is kind of coming out there with the insert. But there you go, I fixed it. But there's GTA 3, also very glossy. This one I don't think was even played. But it's, both have to be opened up to get to the games. But there it is. They're also 100% complete. But I think Vice City was the only one that ever got played by the guy that sold it. And so 3 is basically brand new, which is really, really cool. But $10.50 with free shipping was, the total. And I was really happy with that. That's a really good deal. Especially for how clean and, good looking these games are. It's really cool. So, very awesome double pack there. I was really excited for that. Alright, and then the other one here, this was, I believe, $5.75 after shipping, which is not a bad deal. I wanted to get this as well because it looks pretty good on Xbox as well. It's another Xbox game. And that is a copy of Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. Now this is the second edition, which is, basically M version. The AO version is the adult-only version, which, had, exclusive content that they had to get rid of because of the ratings and everything. But anyways, there it is. It's missing the poster, but for the most part it's there. And the game looks great, so I was really happy to get all 3 Grand Theft Autos in one go there for Xbox. There was two different auctions, 2 different people, but they both showed up at the same time. So all in all, not a big deal. $16 or so for both of them. For both lots. I thought that was a pretty good deal for all those, especially on Xbox. It's harder to find like the black labels and everything, so that's why I just put a little more into them because they're fun to play on that console. So very cool. All right, next stop. This was like a oh boy, I don't remember. I think this was this was the same weekend that I did get Jordan's. I believe the GameCubes and the N64. So this was that same weekend. We went to, or I just went. I got up really early. I went to our local ARC thrift store. I had gone again on a Friday, saw stuff, and I wanted to go there on a Saturday and get the stuff half off, which, it turned out for the most part pretty good. But there was an original Xbox there that I wanted to get, but I went there and it turns out someone wanted it at the full price and had purchased it. So it came with 3 games and a controller and everything. It was $30, but I didn't want to put that towards it, on regular full price. I would have got it half off of 15. That would have been great, but I didn't get that. So. But there was a couple other things there that were there that I really wanted, so that was really cool. And then there was something new that I didn't know was there. So they had put it out like, the night before or something. But anyways, I got up early Saturday morning, got there at 8 o'clock, and they were open. I got there right when they opened, so it was really cool. And I got all this stuff half off, so very cool. So the first set of stuff here, we got some Xbox 360 controllers here. There's 2 white ones, very cool. They got the rechargeable battery packs and stuff on them. So I have no way of testing them or knowing if they work because they have to have the rechargeable stand, I think, to charge them and everything, of course. But and then there's one black one there. But they were cheap enough that I didn't really need to worry about it. They were originally $6 each, but I got them half off at $3 each. So it wasn't a big deal to me. So $3 each. I can't really complain for 360 controllers. I just don't know if they work fully or not. So we'll have to figure it out eventually. Hopefully I can, test them on a friend's console or something, or I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out. I don't know. As of right now, they're unknown. But they look pretty decent, so I would think they'd work, but I'm not sure. But anyways, here is what they had that was, not there the Friday, but I went Saturday, and it replaced the Xbox's spot pretty much, because the Xbox is gone, but this was still there for purchase. So I was still happy with it. But we have here a black Nintendo Wii, which is very cool. This is the later model, which is the one that doesn't have the GameCube ports on the top, but it's in very, very nice shape. It's a little scuffed up and stuff. But this was the only console that I've come across. This is the first time I've come across this that was actually set to factory default. Most people that donate them, they didn't really care. They just got rid of them. But this one was actually set back to original factory settings, which I thought was really cool. So, very cool. Alright, and it came with both power and AV cords there, so that's very good. So we have those. Then we have a Nyko aftermarket, sensor bar. And this takes 4 batteries, which is, a hog, but I just used it for the time being just to test it, see if it works, and it does. So that's very cool. So at least it's got that. And then it came with both the Wii controller and the nunchuck, which is very nice. And they both have the controller has the cover and the strap on it, which is, usually doesn't happen. A lot of people would take those off and stuff. And the nunchuck looks brand new. So very cool. At least it has a full set. I don't know why it doesn't have a matching black controller, but it's at least still a controller that works with it, so I'm not worried about it. But very cool. That was $30, got half off at 15. So very good deal. I thought that was still, it replaced the Xbox. I wanted the Xbox because I could sell it quick. But the Wii still works because I still have, a bunch of Wii games and stuff that I'd like to move around and stuff. So very cool. Still happy to find that Wii. That was awesome. So very cool. Alright, and then the last thing that we got, and we've been playing this a lot, and it's really fun, guys. Especially online to it. It was the only place that had this, used. We went around everywhere. Went to both Games Ahoy's because there's 2 stores for it, and we went to one of our, very good, local pawn shops that we know the people very well at, and we just couldn't find it anywhere. And then we finally went to this new pawn shop that just opened up a couple months ago, and they happened to have it, which was funny. But we finally got it, and that is a copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS4. Tyler's playing it right now, as a matter of fact, which is funny because that's, I think he's playing with his friends, so it's an exception for him to not be in the video. He hasn't been in the videos in a while, but this is one of the reasons why. It's because he's been playing this, and I've been playing it too, and it's just really awesome to play online. I love playing with people and stuff, so it's very, very cool. But definitely awesome. But yeah, it is complete. It's got the manual, and it's got the poster in the back there, which is very nice. So whoever had this before took very good care of it. Disc looked brand new. That was really cool. But yeah, it was the only place that had it that was used. I just didn't, want to put it fully into, buying a new one. But, at this point, we could have probably just went and got one at Walmart or something. But I think it was like 42 something, like 42.78 or something after tax or something like that. For, it wasn't terrible, but, a few bucks more, you could just probably buy a new one. But it's not that big a deal. I mean, I just wanted to get it because Tyler was bugging me for it, and now I can see why, because it's just really, really fun. So, but anyways, very cool. We finally found it, so that's awesome. Alright, guys, so that's going to do it for this video. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing, telling your friends. Really helps us out. We really love seeing you guys coming back each week, giving us thumbs ups, and, doing those really awesome comments that you guys do in the comment section. It's just awesome to see your guys' positive feedback. It's awesome. Thank you so much. It's just awesome to see you guys come back each week and see what we've got to share with you guys. So it's just really awesome feeling. So now, after this video, I will finally be caught up with all of the stuff. It's not going to be backed up anymore. So after that, it should be fresh line of stuff, which is very nice. Hopefully, it won't be, a pile like that again for a while, because, usually in the summer it just kind of stocks up, and I haven't done that before. I had never gotten this much stuff to where I'd have to back it all up and, and put it in segments. But usually I used to just make like an hour-and-a-half long video, but I know you guys don't like sitting through all that kind of crap. So, anyways, it was just really awesome to get that done finally, so now we'll be caught up and we'll be on a good pace again. So, anyways, thank you guys a lot. Happy gaming. Games are out there still, so go get those games. Pawn shops, thrift stores, all that good stuff. They're out there. So that's just an awesome, time of year to get there. It's fall and everything, but, I mean, thrift stores and stuff still get stuff all the time, so it's not a big deal. So hopefully games still flow through for me and everything like that, too. So, but anyways, happy gaming again, guys. As always, I will see you next time. See you later, guys.